Hey everybody, welcome back to another TTM video. As we're fond of saying, TTM just stands for through the mail. We like to get autographs TTM through the mail. When we do, we come to YouTube, make videos, share the information, and that way everybody can benefit. We're going to get right to it because we've got 5 today. They keep rolling in here. We sent a lot of requests out when we thought about delaying, then we thought, well, let's just send to the old reliables and see what happens. This first one's coming from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Certainly don't get many returns from the state of New Mexico. And this is oldie but a goodie here, Lionel Taylor. Wow, okay. And then I sent this old, that's sweet. I've been waiting on this for a while. He is 84 years old now. Former wide receiver for 10 solid seasons. Look at that career. That is a solid career. 567 receptions, 7195 yards, and 46 touchdowns, 45 touchdowns. 2 of 2. He's played for 10 years, 59 to 68. In the old AFL for a few teams, mostly, as you see here, for the Broncos. He led the AFL in receptions 5 of the first 6 years the league was in existence. As you see here, that 61 season, he caught 100 passes. First ever receiver to catch 100 passes in a season. And remember, they only played 14 games back then. So a lot of people say that, AFL players don't get the respect and recognition they deserve in Hall of Fame voting. And this guy is a good example of that. 567 lifetime receptions. After his playing career, he became a coach for a long time, 25 years or so, I guess, and was a assistant coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers in their glory days back in the 70s when they were winning Super Bowls. I forget how many he won with them. I think he just won 2, and then he went to the Rams. But he's been around for a long time. He's usually quick. Like I said, I've been waiting on this for a long time. I actually didn't expect to get that back at all. Let's see, 111 days. 111 days, no fee for should-be Hall of Famer Lionel Taylor. This one is handwritten thanks, so I don't know who it's from. Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh, okay. Well, this didn't take very long at all, compared to Lionel Taylor especially. We just saw this last week, I think, in the Mail Day video. Very recent Mail Day video. Another one of those players who received some Hall of Fame consideration over the course of their career and during their retirement. George Kunz, 72-year-old now. He's a former tackle, as you see here, for the Colts. He played from 69 to 80. Also played for the Falcons, but mostly here, as you see, for the Colts. Now, why has he been considered for the Hall of Fame? Well, he was one of the best tackles in his generation. 8 times in the Pro Bowl. 8 times. Came from Notre Dame. He was a consensus All-American there. They expected big things in the NFL for him, and he produced. 8-time Pro Bowl. Became a practicing attorney after his playing days. I think he may still be practicing law at age 72. If not, he's just recently retired. I get that back in 11 days. You just saw this in a Mail Day video. 11 days, no fee for George Koons, another guy who was getting pretty serious Hall of Fame consideration. Those offensive linemen and defensive linemen are kind of the forgotten players in NFL history. There's another one. Okay, sometimes in these days, several people have stopped their TTM practice, deciding to wait until all this blows over. And I know the returns have slowed way down, but I've decided to send the requests out and continue doing so. In fact, I'm probably sending more now than I was before. And it's always good to send to some old faithful in the TTM community to make sure everything's still okay. And here's one of them, Sid Bream. If we send to TTM mainstays like Ron Gant and Zane Smith and Bobby Shantz and this man, Sid Bream, and don't get returns, that's a pretty good sign that we need to put things on hold. We probably really should slow down, or even stop completely. But these, I've sent to several of the mainstays, and they keep coming back. Sid Bream, very dependable. It only took 6 days. Of course, like I said, Sid's a mainstay. He's great. TTM Hall of Famer, probably, it's if there's ever an election. And he's $1 per card. Always puts a Bible verse. There's Galatians 5:1, John 16:33, and Proverbs 5:8. So that's really cool. He's 59 years old. Former first baseman. He played for 12 years, 83 to 94 for the Pirates, as you see here, and for the Braves, which I do not get him to sign Braves cards. That kind of, I want to forget that part of his career and what he did in the 92 playoffs. But, and again, he's one of the most dependable TTMers in history. 6 days, $1 per card for Sid Bream. Number 4 is coming from North Houston. North Houston. All right. This has been a long time coming, too. He's Ray Childress. He's a 57-year-old former defensive tackle for 12 years, 85 to 96, mostly for the Houston Oilers, as you see here. Early in his career, he was a defensive end, as you see on that card right there. Later, they moved him to defensive tackle, as you see on that card right there. He had another one who has a really good career. I'm going to have to do some math to see how long this one's been out, but it's been out a long time. In fact, I really didn't expect to get that one back. I've seen some other folks get him back recently, and I guess there's always hope when you have a request out there for a long time, but you'd hope he picks up his backlog as well as gets the new returns out. Really good player over the course of his career. 5 times in the Pro Bowl for him. Seems to be the theme this afternoon. Lionel Taylor, George Koons, Ray Childress, all borderline Hall of Fame football players. 5 times in the Pro Bowl. Let's see, that's 202 days. 202 days, no fee for Ray Childress. 5th and last one, we know who this is because, like the other return we got from him a while back, he puts his return address label on there, and that's Hall of Famer Mel Renfro. Let's open it up. We may have gotten an inscription, may have gotten a bonus card. Put the index cards in here to see if he signed those. That's my request. He didn't. Mel Renfro, number 20, Hall of Fame, 96. On this pretty card. What year is that? I forget, 68, 69, something like that. Mel Renfro. Second time I've received a request from him. He put that address label on it both times. He's 78 years old now. Former Cowboy cornerback, great athlete. He was a running back in college, All-American running back at Oregon, I think. But yeah, he played 14 years from 64 to 77 for the Dallas Cowboys. 10 times in the Pro Bowl for Mel Renfro. 2-time Super Bowl champ. Super Bowl number 6 and number 12. And he retired as soon as Super Bowl 12 ended, I believe. He does charge $5 per, but he's a Hall of Famer, and he's 78 years old. And he's quick. Got that back in 10 days. And he puts his address label on there. So that's it, fellas. Guys and gals, appreciate you watching. Hey, if you haven't hit that subscription bell yet, go ahead and hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified of all my future videos. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I always stick my email in the description as well. And if you don't want to leave a comment, you want to shoot me an email, feel free to do that. I'll share any information I have. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Over 400 subs now, and I really appreciate you guys. And something big's coming up real soon, so keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.